Another day, another ride, guys. Man, today, this driver here next to me, you guys can't see it. I wish I had a side view cam. On his phone, just hanging out. Maybe if I switch cameras here, you can see this guy. Just hanging out on his phone. Everyone wave hi. Wow. Doesn't even see results 1 there. Gotta love it. Okay, we are westbound, currently I-4, going underneath the turnpike right here. Literally right there is where that crash happened yesterday. Too fast on those exit ramps, guys. It's kind of crazy. So today's Trooper Steve on patrol. We're going to go patrol 528, State Road 528. The B line, the beach line, whatever you want to call it. I love the safety features here on Results 1. You heard that beeping? It was like, whoa, whoa, that car's braking quick. Gotta get out of that lane. So we're headed westbound this morning. Traffic's not too bad, 8:31. So really nice, smooth ride this morning. There are a lot of minor crashes that I saw throughout the morning show, but the main focus, of course, was the tropics. We've got a lot of stuff going on out there. Our brother meteorologist, your morning meteorologist, Troy Bridges, of course, super busy this morning. So just prepare for those storms this afternoon. Right now, roadway's looking pretty good. Normally we start to see some delays here. I'm sure we're going to pick up a delay in the next few minutes here once we go over Sand Lake. The goal will be to talk about the 528 express lanes. Now, I have a different, I call them something else. I like to call it the 528 bypass lanes because there's no barrier. Technically, there is no increased charge. So they allow you to bypass traffic that may want to mingle with other traffic. So you're able to get by. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're almost out there. And for me, I'm a mixed bag with this. In the studio today, my executive producer, John, he's like, I hate those lanes. And I stopped and I go, tell me why you hate those lanes. Well, people just dive in and out of them. And he's right. And they're not really made for people to dive in and out of. So we'll talk about them, why they were made, great use for them, and the things that you are allowed to do in them that a lot of people think you're not. So let's just keep cruising. Tomorrow, we'll talk about a few things, other things before we get down there. On patrol, you know, it's not always something going on. And that was the hard thing. As a law enforcement officer, when I was full-time on the road, being a cop is 95% being physically present, and the other 5% is doing real police work or some type of enforcement. So not always are we going to have something crazy, but this is, I think, evolutionary when it comes to how we do news. We're the only ones, guys, that you could hop with us every single day, go for a ride in Central Florida traffic. I'm not saying just Orlando traffic, because there's going to be days, Mount Dora, I'm going to come visit y'all. So that we may not see anything. We may not be able to fully explain, but we're your news station. So come for the ride, hang out with me. Believe me, guys, I'd rather be doing this right now with y'all than a lot of things. So again, we're westbound. This is that bumper, that daily routine attraction traffic. So when I say attractions traffic during that morning report with you guys from 5 to 7, this is kind of what I'm talking about. It's congested, and there's two mixes of traffic out here. You can always tell by the tags that are here. You've got employees headed to work, and then the tourists. They're all over here, so you're mixed up. So you've got to be real cautious. You don't see this, say, example, east side around 417 University. That's all residential traffic. So we're cruising here, doing about 39, 40 miles an hour. Right lane, we're going to get on to 528. We're going to talk about these express lanes. Now, 528, let's talk about it as a whole. It's a lengthy road. It's an east and west bypass, and it allows you to get from I-4 to the East Coast and vice versa. In between that, you've got some really good stops. You've got International Drive, you've got Universal Boulevard, all leading up to areas that are high in demand. They're attended a lot. So they made these express lanes because on the flip side, there are a lot of people that do not want to go to these areas and simply just want to get to I-4 or get to the airport or get to the beach, something like that. So we're hopping on I-4 here. Love it. Got a road ranger hanging out, sitting here on the shoulder there, waiting to respond and help out the citizens a little bit. So I'm going to move out of the express lane first. So you see there the sign, express lane entrance, right? So the left two lanes are the express lanes. I'm going to move out of them first so we can talk about them. The left two travel lanes on eastbound 528 from I-4 are your designated express lane, your express travel lanes, or what I like to call your bypass lanes. They're divided by two multi-striped lanes there to the left-hand side. You can kind of see it. And technically right now, if I wanted to, because I did not want to get off at Universal, and let's say Trooper Steve, right now, we're going to go drop you guys off at the airport. All this other traffic is trying to get off in entrance and exit ramps. I don't want to deal with this. So let's move over and get into the express lane. You saw me just conduct a lane change because I'm allowed to conduct a lane change here. I saw a trooper, gave him a little honk. Conduct a lane change here. There's no solid, there's no barrier. You are. That's one of the big questions that get asked a lot. Can I go in and out of the travel lanes? And yes, you can go in and out of the travel lanes. But wait, there is more. It's not recommended. At that point, just hang out on the far right. What's our goal? What I say a second ago? We're going to the airport. So if I'm in this express lane, all those guys on the right, I don't even have to worry about them. They are maybe exiting at John Young. Maybe up ahead, they're going to get off at Consulate or something to that capacity. So, but our goal is to continue all the way towards the airport, so we hang out here. But what if I didn't want to, and I wanted to change my mind, and I wanted to get off? Well, let's just do that right there. I'm going to get off here at John Young Parkway, exit out here, and we're going to leave the express lanes. And we're going to exit, and we're going to get off at John Young Parkway. Easily. Just exited there. Done deal. I was originally in the express lane and got out of it. Nothing says you can't do that. It is totally legal, and you're good to go. One of the little things we wanted to hit there. Now, I just got off 528, right? I'm on John Young Parkway southbound. We're going to pull a U-turn over here so we can go back onto 528 and readdress some things. Now, you got to remember, too, 528 is a limited access toll highway. So what does that mean? You need a toll transponder, or you've got to pay that cash toll when you go through there. I'm stopped here at the light of John Young and Taft Vineland, facing southbound. I haven't been down here in forever. So you've got to pay the toll, right, to get on to 528. So your question, well, how do I pay to be in the express lane? Well, every time, and this is like semantics, every time you go through a toll on 528, you've paid the exclusive access to use the express lanes. That is my understanding of them saying, hey, look, we're not charging you guys yet. We have put them out there. They've helped with traffic. So just use them. So, and then I get people ask, but why don't they charge? Look, y'all, I don't want them to charge for that. But that is why I call it a bypass lane, because it's not really an express, especially if other people can intermingle in and out of your express lane, then it's not exclusive. Does that make sense? So, it is an interesting thing, but take it as a freebie. That's how I would take it. I would take it as a freebie there and just use it. How nice would it be? Say, example, and we're gonna drive it here in just a second. You got to get somewhere really quick, and you don't want to mix with the traffic. That's exactly what it is for. This semi-truck's not going to yield to me, so I'll slow down. Thanks. Dump trucks are some of my biggest pet peeves, because just like, unfortunately, with most of society, when a few people mess up, we tend to label them across it, and gosh, they just all over the place. All right, we're going to get back on, obviously. Back onto eastbound 528, because I haven't dropped you guys off at the airport yet. So we're going to get back on here from John Young, and we're going to continue eastbound, right? We're still west of OBT. We're still west of Consulate. I entered the ramp. One of those merge lanes, see? This one's on the left. I'm in my lane. I don't have to do anything. Keep on going, baby. All right, here we go. We're back on. Get up to speed, remember? This is all putting all our stuff together that we've been learning the past few days. The merge there. 65 mile an hour. I'm doing 65. I want to catch up with traffic, right? I don't want to merge into traffic at a low speed, and then we're good to go. Some drivers want to do 90. Go ahead. He's got the Audi. So, far left lane is our express lane here. Anyone can move into it at any time. I'm going to move into it. Turning signal. We move into the left lane. You'll notice something. It goes down to one travel lane at John Young Parkway. So your eastbound express lane is one lane between John Young and Orange Blossom Trail. Right now we're eastbound and we're crossing over the turnpike. Exit 254 for my mile marker learners. So you see the express lane there. If I wanted to, if there was other traffic, turning signal, I can move right into it. And if we look to the back, another car did the same thing, that minivan back there. He moved right on in because he felt he needed to. And that is totally okay. So we're doing 66 and a 65. We're hanging out, cruising. A lot of good reason to use this is also the merging traffic that's getting onto 528. If you wanted to like avoid that completely, this would be a good place to push into. So what am I saying in a nutshell? You can use these, but they're not designed for you to like pass traffic in. Does that make sense? I wish I could put up a grid and like interact with you guys. So we're still eastbound. So this is that toll, the airport toll plaza. This toll is west of Tradeport, east of the Florida Mall. And this one, you pay the toll. You're required to pay a toll here. So when you paid this, you have paid your access to use the express / Trooper C's bypass lane. I'm going to say that because I don't need DOT getting upset that I'm not calling it a express lane. But see, other traffic is passing me, but technically this is not the left travel lane. You heard me on that? Technically, this lane is not the left travel lane. Yesterday we talked about the left lane campers. The one to my right, where this white Camry is located at, that's off to my right there, that's the left through lane. We are in the designated eastbound 528 express lane. Right now, no one behind me, no one's in it, but I have no intention to exit up here at Tradeport or Detweiler or anything like that. I want to go all the way to the airport. So guys, hear me out. You are allowed to stay in this lane. But of course, if you're going below the speed limit at some point and there is a line of traffic, that would be allowed to move out of their way. It's a double dotted white. Go ahead and move on out of it. You'll be good to go. So we're going to ride this until the end of the express because it's going to end right up here. And you're going to see what happens. It's so easy, guys. I promise. So easy. As you're in this, it goes from 2 double stripes happening. 3, 2, boop. Down to a single multi-double, giving us that update. Hey, this is going to end. This is going to end. And then right on top of Tradeport, it becomes a normal travel lane. So now, am I in the left travel lane? Yes, I am in the left travel lane at this point. There's no one behind me. I need to get myself out of this lane and practice what I preach, right? So we're doing the speed limit, we're hanging out. I'm getting passed on the right, no one's behind me. We're gonna move over and we're gonna hang out here. Always looking around, always looking around. My goal was to get you to the airport, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to continue 1 more mile and get off on eastbound 528 to State Road 436, which is Cimarron Boulevard. Not much traffic out today. Check out the rear camera here. Traffic moving pretty good. No, not much aggressiveness happening. Seems like everyone's flowing nicely. Weather's pretty good. It's warm, 82 degrees outside in the car. Car's telling me, but you guys already know meteorologist Troy Bridges would be, you know that your thermometer in your car is not right, so stick with the app. Yes, I know, sir. I know. All right, we're gonna get off here at the airport. This is a double right exit over here. So just pick one. I already know that we're going to go north on 436 and not into the airport, so I'm going to hang out in that left one. I wish I could play some jams with you guys. All that copyright stuff. All right, we just exited at mile marker 11, which is 436 Cimarron Boulevard in Orlando from eastbound 528. Now, if I wanted to keep going to the airport, made great time because of those bypass lanes. So we got you there. Hop on out. Let's go the other way. So I'm going to exit, and we're going to go north on Cimarron here. And then, like, I'll pull a U-turn over at Lee Vista or something like that. They've done some really great construction out here, refacing these ramps by the airport. Really impressive. I was trooping when this stuff was getting refaced, and this was crazy. So what did we just do? We just went through the eastbound experience, and now we're going to get turned around. Turning signal, merge on over, keep the turning signal going. Remember, claim a lane, take a pause, wait for it, and then come back over. Don't ever dive across, please. All right, just exited airport. We're on South 436 at frontage. Yeah, technically. Frontage to the left. I've got TG Lee to the right. All right, we're at a red light. Let's chat real quick. So we just went eastbound, right? Did the express lanes. What it cost me? $0. Only thing that it cost me is for what it would have cost me if I wanted to use it normally. So they have them there. The bypass lanes are there. The express lanes are there. They are there for you to use them. So use them, guys. Remember a few years ago, before those ramps were, those travel lanes were there, I was here for that. Remember westbound, as you approach the I-4 area, it would bog down so hard. So yeah, I'm a strong critic, but when a project works, it works. And this was one of them. It really helped out, really allowed a lot of people to not mingle with the through traffic if they were trying to exit, and then do it properly. Another project that was great was the northbound 417 over at Lake Underhill and the 408. Phenomenal project there, which allowed for that traffic just to super thin out. So before we wrap this up, we're gonna head and go westbound and head towards I-4 and go from there, and just so we could see it the other way. And I do think you'll get the opportunity to see that traffic backed up as you approach the Florida Turnpike. And if you're not planning to pass the Florida Turnpike, then that express lane or bypass lane is absolutely perfect, because then you don't get stuck in it. You can even wave hi as you're going by them, sitting there waiting to get onto the turnpike. So we're gonna pull a U-turn here over at TG Lee / North Frontage Road. They need to come up with like a U-turn indicator. I think that'd be really cool, so other cars aren't like right up on me. Good job there, buddy. And that's what the horn's for, guys. For emergencies. He almost caused a crash. I needed him to know, hey, what are you doing? All right. I think I just saw one of my best friends. Trooper Chris. Trooper Chris. All right, so we're gonna get on to oh, that was weird. This was a new ramp for me. All right, we are headed now westbound 528 from 436 here. Got on, and there is no express lane here right away. So we're gonna get over to this the right lane, click on over, turning signal again. Let's get on over. So we're cruising, right? Coming up on Tradeport. Our goal, we just picked you guys back up from the airport, and say we're going by the attractions. We're gonna head towards the I-4 area. Or say you're a resident and you live in Brevard or Wedgefield or East Orange County, and you wanna get to International Drive. That'd be a great reason also to use the express lane. So I'm just gonna get in the center one so I could show you a little bit better when it starts. I'm not gonna hop in it right away because Mr. Fast and the Furious is coming up behind me right now, and he's passing on the right there. I'm sure you heard him too. Gosh. I'll never understand it. Never. But, all right, so there was an indicator saying, hey, if you're in the left lane, it's about to become the express lane. So we're cruising. And as long as you have paid your toll, which, hear me out, whether you've got a toll transponder or not, state's going to get their money. So technically you've already paid to be on here. Now it does indicate SunPass only, so if you do use it and you don't have, you could be hit with extra fines. Look what happened, left lane, right? It became into a rapid dotted white line, indicating something's about to change, right? And now, there's the sign. We just went over Tradeport, getting past here on the left by this Dodge, because he is in that express. And it becomes a through lane. And there comes in 3, 2, 1, and it becomes its own lane there. Now, double dotted left. I'm technically in the left travel lane. If I'm not passing anybody or anything like that, I technically shouldn't be here. But we want to go to I-4, right? I'm not going to miss with this other traffic. Let's get into the express lane. Turning signal. It's dotted. I can move over. I'm in it. And we can just hang out. okay? We're gonna come up on that backup real quick, and then I'll be able to show you a little bit of how useful this really is. Now, of course, as you're going through here, you may think, oh, I've got to get through. Hold on. There's a car coming up on me quick, and I want you to see. BMW is coming up a little quick on me. Obviously going faster than I am. I don't need to be here. I'm going to get out of his way, or her way, just because I don't need y'all telling me, oh, why are you guys cruising so fast? But you can see how fast some of these guys, they're gone. Out of here. Toast. Sayonara. Car's going a little under the speed limit. Gonna move out of the way. Enter the express. Now we're back in the express. I don't want to mingle with the traffic that's about to come up here. So we're in the express lanes, hanging out. Sorry, I got distracted by something. So we're cruising. And let's wrap it up, guys. So the express lanes, if you're on 528, you are allowed to use them. And I promise you, you're not going to get in trouble. Speed limits still apply inside those express lanes. So always make sure that you are prepared and ready to just be aware of what's going on. If you paid to be on 528, you're allowed to be in the express. I recommend using them if you're trying to go from I-4 to the airport to skip by all that backed up traffic. Normally that turnpike traffic is off here to the right. It's kind of thinning out right now, so you're good to go. Guys, this is Trooper Steve again. I love you guys. I appreciate it. Try to stay safe today out on the roads. If you've got a question, comment, you want me to visit your area, please head over to clickorlando.com/Trooper on Patrol. Check it out. Tomorrow, community pop-up, I will be in Kissimmee at Susanna's Cafe in the downtown Kissimmee area from 11 till noon. We'll be live there featuring that location. So come out and give me a visit there. Take it easy, guys. Leave the stream up for a little bit. Have a great day. News 6 at 9 starts in just a few.